Welcome everyone, I'm Jimmy Chaos, and this is another Vintage Cube draft. Alright, let's hop into our first pack here. And we have Craterhoof, Wasteland, Durest, a Scrubland, Temple Garden, Botanical Sanctum, Trinket Mage, Turnabout. Okay, so lots of different options for us to go. We could take Craterhoof because that's the big mono green payoff. And just go for our Craterhoof smash him in the face type deck. Then there's also, the lands are not the super compelling dual lands, nor is a Wasteland. Trinket Mage, you really kind of want the artifacts first. Turnabout would be kind of forcing Storm, which I don't think we want to force Storm necessarily. Yeah, let's go with Craterhoof. Alright, the second pack here. Oh, well, kind of punished for our first pick here. There's no mono green cards really other than Cultivate, and that's not really a card you need in mono green. What other cards are there? There's Leovold, there is a Signet. We could just take the Signet for mono green. Even off-color Signets aren't bad. There is Stomping Ground, but we're probably not going to be green-red. Yeah, this pack doesn't have anything that compelling either, so we'll take the Signet. It's just a good card to have in mono green because ramp is ramp. Helps us get to our big 5 drops or 4 drops a little bit quicker. So I'm not terribly miffed to have that in a mono green deck, even though it is an off-color Signet. So while we're waiting for our next pack here, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and let me or leave me a comment there. Let me know what you think of what we're doing. Any picks you would have done differently, any gameplay moments you thought were interesting, or could have different lines I could have done. All right, next pack here we have. Again, we're not getting a whole lot for mono green, so I wonder if we're being cut, if we need to consider kind of wheeling out of mono green at this point. Now, there is a Basalt Monolith. That's not bad in mono green, and that's also good in a bunch of other archetypes. There's Narset, but we really don't seem to be on any kind of deck that would want to Narset. Marsh Flats, again, though, if we do manage to pull through on the mono green, that's not something we would want. So I think we'll just take the Monolith, keep open, stick to the mono green until we are forced out of it. Okay, this pack here, there is Caracas, there's Birthing Pod, and there is this another Signet. Alright, I think we might go with the Signet. It's an on-color Signet, again, more ramp. Birthing Pod, we may not want, it depends on what we end up with in the deck. And if we're not on white, Caracas is okay just to return legendary creatures, but not amazing, I wouldn't say. So we'll take the Signet here. Maybe we end up on an artifact deck since, well, here's another Signet. Maybe we are not on Craterhoof at all. Maybe we're just on the mono brown artifacts. So I guess nowadays the artifacts are gray. Showing my age as a Magic player there. I did start back in the day when artifacts were still brown. Yeah, other than that, we do have Past in Flames, but we're really not looking like we're on that kind of Storm deck. Same with the Electromancer, and everything else is just kind of mediocre. But yeah, we'll stay on the artifact plane here. And again, that is an on-color with the mono green if we end up with this, but I'm thinking we'll put Craterhoof over here for now. We'll see what happens, but we're really not looking like we're solid into the green plan there. It looks like we got cut pretty hard on the mono green. So them's the breaks, but hey, you gotta roll with the cards that you get. This pack here, we didn't get terribly much of interest. There is Beast Within, but that's only okay. Rampage, again, that's only okay. So maybe we take either Taiga or a Bayou. I think we take Bayou over that. Just to have some kind of open mana colors here. Collective Brutality is interesting as well. I think we'll just take the land. See if it ends up being a useful land to us. Okay, Oath of Druids, interesting. Could this be an Oath of Druids deck, I wonder? I don't know. Maybe. Depends what we get. There's also Faithless Looting, Seething Song, Ancient Grudge, Assassin's Trophy. Well, it goes with our Bayou, but I don't know if we're on that. Let's take the Oath of Druids. Maybe we end up in Oath of Druids deck, because Craterhoof's not terrible to hit off that. Okay, so we have Overflowing Chalice and Mindslaver here. Again, going to the artifact line. Nothing will wheel in this pack, so we're not going to get either of them back. Let's go with Mindslaver, since we already have a fair number of ramp cards. We kind of need a payoff for all this ramp, or else we're just ramping to nothing. Now, Academy of Ruins would be nice, Emery would be nice, Urza would be amazing. Yeah, so we'll see what the packs give us. Okay, Forge Master, nice. We can go and tutor up an artifact. I like that. Emery is now just gotten a whole lot better too, so hopefully we can pick one up in pack number 2. Alright, this pack here, not terribly much we would want, but this can be cast with nothing but colorless mana, so we'll put that on the sideboard in case we need it in a matchup. Disenchant, I'm not too upset to take a disenchant in this format. Shrine of Burning Rage. Croxa. We're not going to have a lot of red spells, so this would just be at our upkeep. We'll take the Shield Breaker. It's artifact or interaction if we need it. And we'll take a land. So this was an interesting first pack. We kind of got a little bit all over the place, but we got some solid artifacts. So we might have a direction to go. Hopefully the next packs are a little bit cleaner and more of a solid direction for us to go in. I will take Unexpectedly Absent. Student of Warfare. Okay, so we do have a fair number of white cards we could consider being white artifacts, if that's a thing. Is that a thing? I don't know. Tell me down below in the chat, or in the comments. Alright, so there's Blast Zone, Gilded Lotus, Stoneforge, but we have no equipment yet. Git Probe as well. Regrowth is interesting. We could regrowth the Mindslaver or something we sack to the Forge Master. But maybe we stick to the artifact ramp plan for now. Wasn't anything too compelling to kind of move us in another direction. There was no Urza or Emery there to kind of solidify what we're doing. Hopefully something like that shows up in the next couple of packs so we have a nice clear direction, but in the meantime we'll just keep picking artifacts. And okay, Ulamog is interesting. Show and Tell, I don't know about that. But Ulamog, that would make us more of an Oath of Druid style deck. Plus we have enough ramp to actually be able to cast it fairly quickly. It's also Sensei's Divining Top. Skull Clamp's probably not going to be great, so we're not going to have a lot of tiny creatures. So it's between Top and Ulamog. And I think I would rather Ulamog. Some kind of payoff for all this ramp finally. Okay, there is a Jit. There's also Natural Order, but we need other green creatures to get that Natural Order to do anything. There is a fetch land, which would be red, green, and black for us. And this one doesn't go in the graveyard, right? Actually, it does. So we could exhume it, but we don't have ways of discarding. So we're not going to do that. Jit, Natural Order, or Mire. I think we'll take the Mire because we don't know if the Jit's going to be good or not. Because we don't have a lot of creatures, and if we end up in an Oath of Druids deck, then the Jit's just bad. So we would want an Eldrazi that can shuffle our graveyard back in our library, I believe, with the Oath deck. It's not an archetype I'm terribly familiar with, but it could be decent. Plus then if we come against Storm too, then it doesn't really work either, is another concern. Okay, in this one here, we have LED and Friction Revoker. Well, we're not Storm, so LED seems a little mopey. We're not Urza yet, so I think we'll take the Revoker. It's a creature, and it's a good way of shutting stuff down. Okay, Worm Coil Engine, that's a nice pick up there. Now we're starting to get some payoffs for all our ramping. Alright, Arid Mesa right now just would be white and red, which is irrelevant essentially since we're not on a specific color yet. Containment Priest, if we end up in white, wouldn't be bad to shut down any kind of Reanimator style deck. There's Memory Jar, but I don't think this deck plays all that great with Memory Jar. Let's just take the fetch land in case it becomes relevant. Worn Power Stone. Oh, Emery. Perfect. That's what we want to see. So we'll take Emery here. So that when we sacrifice artifacts away to get something with our Forge Master, or if we use the Mindslaver, Emery will allow us to bring it back, and when we can keep Mindslaver locking them and win the game that way. Alright, do we have anything in the sideboard here that would be things we'd want to run yet? Not yet. So we're still kind of just stuck where we are. We're definitely not going to be Oath of Druids now if we have Emery. Alright, Lotus Petal and Rashadan Port. Wheel. I think I like Petal. Just more acceleration. And something that Emery can keep bringing back each turn. Helps us cast potentially a turn 1, or no, once you sack it for mana, then Emery goes back up to 3 mana. So no, it doesn't let us get a turn 1 Emery. A Workshop would be a really nice draw, or a nice pick. Help accelerate these artifacts out for us. Urza would just be the nuts. Okay, Blast Zone or Fire Ice. We are on blue and we have some red. So yeah, we'll take Fire Ice. It's a handy little card. Can ice down one of their lands, slow them down, draw a card. Okay, we have Looter Ilkor, which helps us dig and look for stuff. Yeah, we'll just take the Looter. Not an amazing pack. Everything else seems kind of mopey. So since we are pretty open in colors, we could run a lot of our off-color lands and not really have much of a penalty from doing that. Kind of keep the opponent on their toes as to not knowing what we're really up to. Blade Splicer does create an artifact, so we'll take it because it could be a play. And let's see, Stormcaller doesn't really do much. Wrath of God. Double white though, we could consider, we'll take it and put it in the sideboard. We'll consider running it because we do have a bit of white now, so we might be able to. Plus we do have the Boros Signet and Gilded Lotus, which both give us white mana, and Lotus Petal as well. And we do have a white fetch land, so we do have ways of getting white mana. Sundering Titan, very nice, very nice. That will fit in there well. Okay, Mirror's Call. That's white land slash spell. Probably would just be a land most of the time because triple white's going to be pretty tough. Alright, this pack, oh boy. We got Mana Vault, which is pretty sweet. Blightsteel Colossus, which if we hit Tinker, that's real good. And Mind Twist, which is just a busted card. But we're not on black yet. We could justify going to black for Mind Twist. Because again, that is just a disgusting card. But I think we're probably better off taking the Mana Vault. Yeah, we'll take the Mana Vault. Okay, we have Thieving Skydiver, Thran Dynamo, Thirst of Knowledge. I don't think this is a Library of Alexander deck. We're looking just to power out our hand, get on the board, and do some busted stuff. The Skydiver steals their stuff. We also have Solemn, if we want to be able to ramp a bit more and kind of fix our mana if we end up in multiple colors. But I think being able to steal a Mox or another artifact from our opponent can be real nice. So we're going to go with that and hope that either Solemn or the Thran Dynamo wheels. Half decent chance of that happening. Okay, so there is a Wooded Foothills, which currently is red, green, and black mana. There is Repeal and Mana Tithe and Frost Titan. I think Repeal. Yeah, Repeal is just a neat little piece of interaction. Balance. Balance does not target artifacts, correct? No, it's cards in hand, creatures, and lands. Balance might actually be half decent in this deck. We can rely on our artifacts for mana, sack our lands. We don't have a lot of creatures. It's interesting. There's also Golos, but we're not really looking for a specific land. So we'll take Balance. We'll see what wheels. Okay, there is a Chorus of Portal. That's a pretty solid pickup there. We'll take that. Grim Monolith. Oh, man. And Tinker. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have... Well, we have the Sundering Titan. And we have Mindslaver. Yeah, we have a lot of nice Tinker targets. We have tons of ramp, so I think that we're better off taking the Tinker. And if that Blightsteel happens to wheel, oh, we are off to the races. So we'll take Tinker. And, oh, we got it. We got there. We got Urza. This deck is now just going to be a good time. Citadel's interesting because we can tinker for it, but then our cards are pretty hefty in terms of mana cost, so we don't want to pay life to cast them. So I don't think we're going to play it. We're going to also not Storm. This pack's a bit of a miss. We'll just take the Citadel to disappoint the Storm player. If there's a Storm player in this pod. We're up to 23 playables, so we were getting there. And we got the Blightsteel Colossus wheel. That is excellent. Yeah. That's what we wanted to see. So we could go land, Mana Vault, Lotus Petal, Tinker. Oh, and we got Solemn. Nice, nice. Yeah, so we could do a turn 1 Blightsteel Colossus with land, Mana Vault, Lotus Petal, crack the Petal Blue, tap the Vault, sack the Vault, get a Blightsteel, that's turn win game. Yeah, okay, this deck's pretty sweet. Do we want balance? We'll put balance on the sideboard. We can bring it into the matchups where we'd really want it. Looter Core, I don't think we really need that, so we'll take that out. I'd rather probably play a Signet on turn 2, or we either take it out or the Revoker. I think Revoker is good against most decks, so I think I'm fine with running that. Do we want Mana Tithe? Or do we want to take Blade Splicer out, maybe? Maybe take Blade Splicer. He does make an artifact, so it's hard to say. I think we'll take the Titan. Mana Tithe just seems kind of mediocre. These cards are not anything we're going to play. Yeah, we're not gonna play any of these. We'll just grab whatever. This deck is looking pretty darn solid, I must say. And yeah, okay, these are just whatevers. Oh, another one last signet for us. So we have a choice of which signets we want to run. I think we would probably run the Azorius, the Simic, and the Golgari. Maybe the Boros. The Boros does have white. Yeah, I guess Golgari has none of the colors, because 3 signets is fine. We don't need 4. Okay. So let's pull these over here. Wow. I'm quite pleased with how that draft worked out there. We were a little bit riding on the edge of our seat there if we would get the Urza and Emery and Tinker to really make this deck kind of pop, and we did. So do we want to count that as a land? I don't think so, because it does go away. So we are just mainly blue. There's a little bit of red here, but I don't know if we even really need to worry about that being too castable. Well, we do have a bit of white, so we'll put an Aran Mesa in. Bayou doesn't get any of our colors, so we won't put that in. We won't put the Shambling Vents. We won't. Bloodstained. Just to get a mountain? No, we're not going to put that in. So we're mainly going to be basics. So let's see here. 3 plains. No, we don't. We do want 1 mountain. 3 plains. That seems 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 with Solemn. 1 or 3 plains for 1 white card. I think we cut that down to 2 and go up, because we are pretty heavy on blue with Urza being double blue. Most of our spells being blue, so. Alright, so let's add that, and we're at 40. And that gets back there. Yeah, this deck looks sweet. Alright, I'll see everyone in round number 1. We'll see how this goes. Alright, here we are in round number 1, and we are on the play. This hand here, oh. Well, if we can get some artifacts, we are off to the races, so we will keep this one here. And maybe we'll get lucky and they'll play a 0 mana card, and we can repeal it, draw a card, hopefully hit an artifact. Really, any artifact is fine, because we tinker it away for a Blightsteel Colossus and, you know, win the game. Signet, very nice, we'll play that. And yeah, next turn, we could go for Tinker, but the opponent is on blue. So they could have counter magic. So they play a Signet as well. So is this the mirror match, or is this something else? Or is it like a control match? So they could have Daze, which Tinker gets around. They could have Force of Negation, Force of Will, which Daze would really, or sorry, not Daze, which would stop Tinker. Force of Will would stop Urza. Force of Negation would not. I think we go for Urza, and if that resolves, then we can tap the Construct for blue and play Emery. Or do we just say, or do we just go for Force of, or the Blightsteel? Let's go for the Blightsteel. Let's just force them to have the counter magic, and if they do, okay, they're passed for the turns, so that's great. So Blightsteel Colossus, and we'll pass back. Because if they did counter that next turn, we could play Urza anyways. So they really need a way just to stop that. And, okay, Jace, I believe, can bounce. Yeah, he can bounce it, okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but we do have Urza now. And make a token, and we will pass. Okay, so next turn, what are we gonna probably do? We could play Emery. We could repeal Jace. We could spin with Urza. Blightsteel is just gonna kind of sit in our hand for the foreseeable future. They play Batterskull. So we can repeal the Germ right now, which seems good. Tap that for blue, repeal, good. Petal, Fire, Ice, alright. Let's go land, Petal, cast Emery for a blue. Mills lands in Sundering Titan. And we have 4 mana. Okay, so let's go to combat. We'll attack Jace, attack them. And we'll just, during their upkeep, we'll ice their land, draw a card. Next turn we'll have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 mana. Okay, they bounce Batterskull back to their hand. We get a Soaring... That does not have flash. Okay, so we'll remove that stop. So we can steal their Signet. They can't play Batterskull. It's 4 mana, if I remember correctly. So yeah, we have 7 mana. Phantasmal. Okay, so they're going to copy Urza, I imagine. We can steal their construct. That's pretty spicy. I think that's probably what we'll do here. Because we could get Emery to get a Signet back. Solemn. Okay, let's Solemn. I guess we'll grab our Mountain just to have all the colors available. Mountain. Add a blue by tapping Solemn. Blue, and then we'll add another blue by tapping the Petal. Cast that for 1. Done. Take your construct. So we could tap Emery and get 2 blue to cast a Signet, but I think we're better off just attacking for 4. Actually, I guess we might as well attack with them as well. They'll block one of those, but it gets an extra point of damage through. They chump. Alright, pass back. Now, hopefully they don't have something like a Wrath of God. That would really hurt. Day of Judgment, okay. Well, we get to draw a card from Solemn. Yes. Get a portal. So we have 7 mana, so we can't cast the Blightsteel yet. Actually, let's play the land first. Play around mana leak. Portal resolves, we'll pass. So it's 8 mana from opponent. Chalice, okay. So they have a bunch more mana, and Batterskull, okay. Well, we're gonna vote... We'll vote Homage. That's what they would probably vote anyways. I doubt they're gonna go for Carnage. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We have not enough mana to play either of our creatures. So we'll pass back. Take 4. We'll just 6 the turn since we have nothing we could do even if we wanted to. Opponent does nothing too. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. They didn't even play a land there. Okay, land. Well, we have Ulamog. We're in Monolith. Let's just go to Monolith first. Pass for now. Just going to bide our time a little bit more here so we don't have to sacrifice the petal just yet. This also puts us on Blightsteel. Opponent plays the land. Again, we'll just 6 the turn since we don't have anything. Take 4. Okay, opponent again does nothing, so they're probably holding up a bunch of counter magic. Alright, so land. What do we go for? If we play Ulamog, we can exile 2 permanents. We could take out the Batter's Skull and, say, the Chalice. And then if it resolves... Let's see, it's 6. Okay, so we don't even need to tap our Monolith. Go for the Batter's Skull and the Chalice. So we at least get rid of those, and if they counter it, then we will have Blightsteel next turn. Oh yeah, they can return it to their hand, I guess. Guess we should have Revokered first. Yeah, well. Hindsight. Alright, we'll pass here. And if we get in with 1 swing with Ulamog, they pretty much are done for, because they'll only have 3 cards, or 2 cards left at this point. And if they fetch, then they'll have 1 card. And they play their Batter Skull. And that's it. Wow, I am very surprised. Okay, we'll vote Homage again. Oh, were they gonna Pestermite? Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're gonna tap the Ulamog. Still vote Homage. Alright, 3, that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll do that and then figure out the extra mana. 5 more. Okay. And do we want to revoke or anything? I don't think so. We'll just pass back. Opponent gets a Steam Vents tapped. Get in for 2. We will take our 2. Now, do they have... I guess they don't have Splinter Twin just to kill us here, or Kiki. Well, I guess Kiki Jiki would still kill us. But oh yeah, they already attacked, so... Homage. So I'm guessing they're a twin deck. And Mindslaver, okay. Well, we'll move to combat. Opponent really... Okay, I guess they're just done. So there goes your library. They didn't have, like, Cryptic or anything, so... They're just dead? Yep, cool. Alright, game number 2. Alright. They might be Kiki. They might have Splinter Twin. So what do we want to do about that? Can Resto Angel help us? No, it's only creatures we control. We get Unexpectedly Absent, but we need so much white mana that we're not likely to have it. That Disenchant doesn't stop Kiki. Alright, we'll just run it back and try and kill them before they can twin us to death. If they even have twin, we're kind of assuming that. This will be a mulligan. This hand is way too slow to do anything. We really don't want Blightsteel in our hand. We want Tinker. Mull. We don't want Blade Steel and Tinker. We want one or the other. And we'll have to mull again. And I will keep... Put that back and put back... Ooh. Guess Solemn. Alright. We have some good draws here. Another land's not bad. So we'll pass back. Yeah, opponent fetches. Fence. Untapped, okay. Signet, okay. We can't steal that just yet from them, but we can next turn. Play a Signet of our own and pass back. Recruiter of the Guard, okay, so they're going to go get Pestermite or Kiki or something. What are they going to go get? This might be a tough one. We might be on the ropes already. But we're going to slow them down by stealing that a little bit, so... And they're also less likely to have a ton of counter magic if they are twin. They got Venser. Oh, okay. That I did not expect. Alright, so we can play Emery, or not Emery. We could play Emery, but we're going to play this Thought Thief for 2. Done. Yoink. We'll pass back. Yeah, if all they do is land, vents, or bounce that, then that's not too much. We'll just trade. Just keep stuff off the board. Pedal, okay. Play a pedal. Did we see any counter? We didn't see any counter magic last turn from them, or last game. Let's just go with... Tap that with that. Tap that with that. Sack that for that. That. And now play Worm Coil. Alright. Pass back. So that's kind of solid against Wrath of God as well. They could Jace bounce. They'd have to draw Jace though, because if they had him last turn, they would have played him. And if they don't have an answer Worm Coil, then we are in good shape. We do have Emery as well. Chalice for 1. Pass back, okay. Well, let's go to combat, attack for 6. Fencer, okay. They're just going to bounce it. Yep. Alright. Second main, we'll play Coil again. Come on, come on. And we'll pass right back. Batter Skull. Okay. Well, we do have Ulamog if we ever get enough mana, which deals with that nicely. They have 1 card left in hand. Alright, I'm liking our position. More ramp is more ramp, so we'll cast an Emery. Hopefully she does not hit Urza. Some lands and artifacts, please. Okay, just like last time. The Sundering Titan and a couple of lands. And we attack for 6. I guess I should have attacked first, because then they wouldn't know if I had Emery, but oh well, too late now. Because I could double block, but then I also get to 2 3/3s, so it wouldn't even be a great block for them in the first place. If they take it, we'll play a Sig, and we'll pass. No, yeah, we will gladly take a hit for 6 from them. They have a portal of their own. Very nice. We have 7 mana as it stands. If we can draw a land, we can Sundering Titan. If not, we can Pedal. Yeah, we'll take 4 here. Yep, yep. Yep. It's going to be a back and forth life gain bonanza. All right, and we can blow up all their dual lands. Cuts them off of white completely. It's pretty spicy. Let's do that before combat. Yeah, we'll make the Sundering Titan castable. And then we will tap one to do that, to do that, do that. Cast Sundering Titan. Choose that, that, and that. Done. Combat. Smash for 6. And if they... Alright, if they killed it, we could blow up more of their lands, because we have the same basic land, so... Alright! Nice, easy 2-0. See everyone in round number 2. Alright, here we are, round number 2, and again, we are on the play. This hand, ooh. Turn 2 Emery... Repeal... Yeah, okay. This hand has potential if we can get... a Tinker. Turn 3 Blightsteel seems decent. We have Repeal to slow them down if they're a fast deck. Yeah, it's not bad. Not the best hand I've ever seen in the game. We will not play the Petal. We'll just hold that back, not give them that information, because we're not going to use it right away. Next turn it'll help us get Emery out, then we'll use it. Opponent plays Plains. Thinks long and hard about their Plains. And, oh, they're going to play something. Alright, they're going to play a Mother of Runes. Okay. Well, she's going to be annoying. What do we want to do about that? We could just repeal it now. We could also play Emery. I think I like repealing it. Or do I? Because any other creature they play, repeal's not going to work, because the mom will just interfere. So let's repeal it now while we can. And we draw another land. Okay. So we could go Emery next turn, or Monolith. There's no way to do Monolith into Emery, or is there? Maybe we can, maybe we can. Revoker. Okay, we can shut off Mom with the Revoker. That's pretty nice, actually. So let's do that. Let's go Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes. Play an island, play a Petal, play an Emery. Get a Signet land and a Fire Ice. Okay. Yes, next turn we could land, Signet, the Basalt. Turn after that, play something decent. So they are definitely just the mono-white aggressive decks. We may want to consider bringing in a Wrath. We may need to add an extra Plains if we want to do that. Wormcoil Engine would be pretty solid against them. Urza's not bad. Let's get Stonewall against a lot of their creatures. And they're going to oust that. Okay, well, we gain some life. Yeah, we'll just take 2 from Kithian. It's fine. Stuna Warfare, okay. Pass back. Another Signet, oh man. Well, we will get our Signet out of the graveyard. Cast it. Tap 1 into that. 3 is into that. Pass. Alright, so we have 8 mana next turn. Sundering Titan would... that would be kind of bad, because we have to blow up 2 of our lands. Wormcoil would be nice. Oh, we have 9 mana technically, so... Oh, we could Petal, replay Petal. So we have 10 mana, actually. So even a Ulamog would be an amazing draw. And they tapped their mom. Not that we have a way of interacting with her, but still. We would, if we had a fire still, we could, but not gonna happen. Oh, never mind. Protection to her was granted. Okay, and all right, we're gonna get the revoker. Well, we can revoke Gideon Battle Forged, so they can't use them anymore. So we'll do that. Gideon Battle Forged. And we'll play a pedal. Let's cancel that for a sec here. So we have, okay, sack that for whatever. Use that. There. Go get the pedal again. Cast the pedal. 4, 5 mana. Lotus. Sig. Pass. Alright. Any one of our big hits right now would be great. Urza, we would have enough mana to fire off a wheel with him right away. So that would be pretty cool. We'd be close to being able to use him twice even. But Ulamog, again, still just an awesome draw right now. Get rid of the Vanguard and the Mom, or get rid of their lands. Yeah, because they have no good attacks if we play an Ulamog. So yeah, we exile their lands and then just stonewall them with an Ulamog, Kraken once. They're pretty much done. Thunder Titans, not terrible. We don't really need our lands too badly now with all the artifacts we have. And Blightsteel is also just a huge threat. That's 12 mana, which 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Yeah, yeah, it looks like we have enough for that too. Any of our really big hits is what we want to draw. I would even settle for a Worm Coil Engine at this point, followed by a Tinker. That would be a really powerful line, because then we can replay the Worm Coil with Emery and just have the tokens, and yeah, we'd just be running away with things at that point. Now, level up is sorcery speed, so they can't... So we could trade. Mom can't protect it. What else does Gideon do? Makes a creature attack Gideon, which we don't have a lot of creatures. Yeah, no, we can replay the Revoker with Emery as well. So let's trade, because that creature is a bit of a threat. If it gets up to being a double striker, then we're just going to take a ton of damage from it. Opponent's also a bit low on mana, so okay, they have two 3/1 attackers that are hard to kill, so that's getting a bit fun. And Mom is indestructible, yeah, cool. Alright, something good. Okay, that's a hit, that's a hit. Let's add whatever, tap that and do that, tap that and do that. That's 5 mana, 8 mana, 12 mana. Enough, just enough. Oh, and we can bring back our Lotus Petal too. Though, do I want to? Like, Emery can block. Yeah, they don't have really good attacks anyways. Yeah, let's bring back the Petal now, because that can make a difference next turn, since we can only use Emery once. Alright, pass back. Ulamog would be an awesome top deck. Nope, they hit a land. Ulamog would still be... Ah, they have Oblivion Ring. Ah, no. Okay. They got that. They got what they needed. Yep, they make him a 4/4. Hit me for 10, maybe 11 if they're greedy. Yep, just the 10, okay. I'm at 4. Don't know if we have outs. Worm Coil, I guess, is an out because it gains us life. Ah. Well, we play Revoker named Gideon, so he can't become a guy. Attacks with everything, we still die. Yeah, okay. Game number 2. That Oblivion Ring was just at the right time there. Alright, Wrath of God. We need more white mana, though, so let's add in another plains. Let's add in 2 more plains, actually, and we'll cut... fire is pretty good. We don't want to cut the mountains, so we'll cut 2 islands. We have 17 lands. Oh, Wrath of God. We have to cut a spell as well. This guy here, they don't have artifacts, so... Alright, we'll be on the plate. Ugh. Yeah. I don't want them all. We'll keep... We got a white mana, too. Hit another artifact when we have the Forge Master. Yeah, okay. This hand has some plays. So it has some decent lines if we can hit just the right spells. Really, any third artifact and enough mana to get to Golgotha is pretty solid. And yeah, they start off with Mom. We'll name Mom. Pass back. We did hit a third artifact, which is nice. Could be used as a board wipe, but the opponent's not likely going to vote for Carnage. Since if they're ahead, why would they? Mishra's Factory, okay. And then what? Do I even have Planeswalkers? No, I have no Planeswalkers. So that card doesn't do anything. Alright, I can ice their land during their upkeep. Play the plains. Set a stop on their upkeep. And pass back. Nope, no attacks. Ice that. Opponent thinking long and hard if they want to do anything. They could activate the factory in response. Okay, that's what they're going to do. So are they planning on attacking with it? I would probably... Yeah, I would trade. Maybe not, because I do want... That's a tough one, because I do want another artifact for the Forge Master. So I probably wouldn't trade. It's tempting, but no. I can take 4 and go to 16. That's fine. Kithian, okay. Wrath of God? Nope. That would have been nice, but no. Portal, pass turn. Pass turn. We can take that stop off now. Activate. They're going to swing for 6. I'm going to take it. I'm going to vote for... Yeah, it flips. I think I vote for Carnage. They're not going to... Yeah, so... They're not going to vote for Carnage. So I can do it, but it's not going to make a difference, really. We'll have a 3/5 blocker next turn, which will be good. Yep. They could have Oblivion Ring, I have to think. Oh, man. We really need that Wrath. Okay, so we're going to vote. Yeah, we need to draw cards. So let's go. We'll vote Carnage. They're not going to vote for Carnage, but if they happen to, then we're laughing. They're going to vote Homage and give us a card, I would imagine. Yep. Saw that coming. Sundering Titan. Well, it's a big body. Can't cast it yet, though. So we'll play the Forge Master. We could play Petal into Emery. I like that. Just another blocker if we need it desperately. Blue, Emery, go. Blade Splicer, Urza, and Gilded Lotus. Well, those are not the cards we wanted to mill with Emery. Wait. Oh, and Blight Steel would shuffle back in. Okay, that's why there's one less. Oh, it hurts. But we gained some life, but that's still a couple turns out now. Well, I guess the portal will make us draw it right away. He's a 4/4. They're attacking for a lot of damage. They have 2 cards in hand. Alright, well, we're going to chump. Well, if we block that, okay, we would take 6, go to 7. Yeah, that makes them discard a card, so we'll do that. Discard as a land. We can replay it, but I guess we can replay it and stop Gideon from becoming a creature. They're going to level that up once and twice. It's a 3/3 first strike. Okay. Wrath of God. We really, really, really need Wrath of God. We'll vote Carnage and hope they misclick, but they won't. We draw a land. We draw the Forge Master. Well, Forge Master blocks that. Emery chumps that. We take 5. If they activate that, we take 7. We have 6 mana. You get 7 mana. That's not enough. We could bring back Revoker, name Gideon, and then we wouldn't be able to play anything else. It would trump that. We'd take 5, 6. I think we're just dead no matter what we do here. Let's see here. We block that. We chump that. We take 5, 7. Yeah, okay. We're dead. We'll just scoop. Well, that was a bit of a rough one. They were a bit too fast for us, and we just didn't draw the Wrath of God. So, on to round 3. All right, round number 3, and we are on the draw. And what do we got here? Mana Vault, Monolith, Mindslaver, Ulamog. Okay, seems okay. Hopefully they're not a really fast deck. Island is always the scariest land to see an opponent lead on. We'll just go Mana Vault here. Unlikely that we're going to repeal anything for 0. Yeah, Signet, okay. So they're either Storm, a Mirror Match, Control, so we'll see how it all unfolds here, but we'll play our Emery. And we get Signet, Wormcoil, Fire Ice, and a land. Okay. Wormcoil's nice. We could bring that back next turn. Or we could repeal something. Could cast Mindslaver. Oh, they're going to steal our vault. Okay, well, we're going to tap that in response. Well, that throws off our plans a little bit. Oh, we can always repeal. We can repeal it. Yeah, that's true. We can repeal it. That would be 2 mana. Yeah, so we could cast a Signet. No, it's our. Wait, it's an Azorius Signet? Perfect. Okay, so let's get our Signet. Cast it. And do we repeal it now? No, we'll repeal it later. Because maybe they'll pay the mana to untap it. Or if they don't pay the mana, they take a point of damage. And they take the damage. Okay, cool. Golos. Okay. Get a workshop. All right. Well, we'll repeal that right now. Draw a land. Take a hit. I think we bring back the Worm Coil. Blade Splicer, okay. We can play that. Oh. So we could go land, Mana Vault, Worm Coil. Yeah, it seems pretty alright. We could also land, Mana Vault, Mindslaver. No, we won't be able to activate the Mindslaver. We wouldn't have enough mana. That's 4. Yeah, it's 4 mana to activate, so that's not gonna help us much. Alright, let's get the Worm Coil. Play Mountain, Worm Coil. Read that. Pass. Yeah, you can't do that with that mana. Do they have a Worm Coil of their own? Mindslaver. Okay. Not enough to activate it. Take our 2. Yeah, we will not untap that. Get a... Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think we have the mana, though, to steal Mindslaver. Let's see here. How much do we have? We have 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, no, we would need 8 mana to steal it. Well... They need 4 to activate it. So we could steal their Signet, and then they spend their whole turn activating it, and then they do not a heck of a lot, really. Let's go to a combat first and attack. Cast that with Kicker. Do it for 2. Steal the Signet. And we will pass. Yeah, if they're just gonna Mindslaver us, and that's like their whole turn, not the worst thing in the world. Metalworker, okay. They have... Oh, they're gonna attack. Okay, well, we will block. Just trade for trade. And opponent can go nuts. I don't think they can do anything too bad to us here. Other than they get to see everything we have, which is a downside, but not a huge one. They'll probably just tap all our mana, tap our Emery. Well, there's not even an artifact for Emery to target, really. If we had a Mindslaver out already, they could target ourselves with it. That'd be kind of weird. We control ourselves during our turn. Just as in, like, a normal turn. Yeah. Oh, they are casting something. Monolith. Okay, oh, they're probably going to cast and tap it. Yeah. Tap all the lands. They have 7 mana, and then they're probably just going to pass the turn. Just basically waste our turn, waste our mana. Yep. Oh, and they're going to attack with Emery so that she gets eaten. Well, not the worst thing in the world to happen. It would be nice to have Emery so we can keep Mindslavering them, but hey, that's not the world we live in. How many artifacts they revealed 2. They revealed a Battlesphere and a Worm Coil Engine, and they play Glenelindra. Oh boy. Okay. Worm Coil. Ulamog, yeah, okay. Ulamog still gets around it, even if it gets countered. And oh, she counters non-creatures, so Glenelindra can't even counter Ulamog. Alright, can I cast Ulamog? If I can, that's pretty Pretty awesome. No, I don't have enough mana for that, so... We'll untap it. Let me draw a land. The Blades of Blacer. Get a Golem. And we'll just pass back. I'm going to play a Battle Sphere here. Next turn we can cast Ulamog. Eat some of their stuff. We'll take 6. Don't want them getting those worm engine or worm tokens. They play nothing. Okay. No, we don't need to pay. It's already untapped. Do. 7. 8. 9, 10. Ulamog. Get rid of that and get rid of that. And they can't use Glen to counter it, which is pretty sweet. I'm not sure why they're tapping that. What do they got? 8 mana. What do they have? Shark Typhon. Oh, okay. So they can copy it. Kind of gross. We'll attack with Worm Coil. They want to trade their shark for that. I'm fine with that. And okay, they don't. Yeah, we'll pass back. So they can't attack us on the ground. We'll just block anything. They're going to what? Reveal Battle Sphere and Metamorph again? Or do they have another one to reveal? Oh, and a Signet this time. Okay. So they have 6 colorless mana. So next turn, how much mana do we have? We have 10. So we can Mind Slaver them, which is good. Metamorph. Probably copying Ulamog. Yep. The thing about Ulamog is he's far less scary when you don't cast it. Oh, Time Warp. That's game. Because we'll run out of... They'll attack us once and our library will be gone and then we'll die. So, they got us. Alright. Anything we want to deal with? No, not a heck of a lot there to help us out, so we'll just have to just beat them the old-fashioned way. Alright, yes, we will play. This hand has no blue mana. We will mulligan. This hand is much better. We will keep. We will put back Ulamog. Done. And we'll lead on an island and pass. Did we fetch a mountain or plains? I think we fetch a mountain because we have fire. We could also just not fetch anything. Spell Pierce, oh my. No, we can't pay 2 for that. Workshop, ugh. Metalworker, oh man. Well, we can go get that mountain, we can kill Metalworker. We'll just fire up now. Yep, yep. Do. Do nothing, interesting. Do we Urza or do we Portal? Did they have counter magic? We didn't see counter magic, so we'll go Urza. Awesome. Pass turn. Worm boy. Worm boy. Alright. So we have 6 mana, so not quite enough to steal it. We'll just spin. Yeah, let's spin. Maybe we'll hit something crazy. Or we'll hit a land. Tangle wire. Well, in our upkeep, we can spin. Oh, well, we could have tapped that. It wouldn't matter. Not looking good for us here. All right, in response to that, we will use it. Are we already dead? 8 or 2. Yeah, we're just gonna give up. Whatever. Well, that last one did not go well. We could have toughed it out, but that was a lost cause. We were just so far behind there. So, well, that deck looks sweet, but sometimes the sweetest decks turn out the most bitter. What can I say? Thank you all again for checking in with Jimmy Chaos here for another Vintage Cube Draft. Please give me a subscribe and a like or leave a comment. And I'll see you all next time. And until then, rock on!